From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And for the moment, this will be a first down. Well, we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught outright by Graham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And his throw is incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now going to throw again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking dead. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 17-7, the final score. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing is Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter. Gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Barner.
Whoosh. Missed.
He will not go down. And they will eventually get him down. But he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL. But that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that